So the president, just moments ago at the White House, says, quote, "I never said that." He was denying his past support for releasing the video that shows that now infamous double tap strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean. So what did the president actually say last Wednesday in the Oval Office? Watch.
You released video of that first boat strike on September 2nd, but not the second video. Will you release video of that strike so that the American people can see for themselves what happened?
I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release. No problem.
Last Wednesday, it was no problem. Now, apparently, there is a problem. The president's comments stand in stark contrast to the now growing bipartisan support for releasing the video of that second strike from September 2nd. And today, tucked away in a must-pass defense bill.
Okay, so here's what just happened, and this is absolutely wild. Like, are you kidding me right now? Trump is freaking out on Truth Social about a military strike that allegedly killed survivors. A double tap strike. That's when you strike something, and then you strike it again while survivors are trying to escape. And that's potentially a war crime. That's potentially an illegal military action. And Trump is defending it. Trump is attacking the reporters who are asking about it. Trump is attacking the critics who are saying it was wrong. And Trump is attacking the people demanding video evidence. And come on, this is serious. This is about whether the Trump administration is committing war crimes. This is about whether the military is engaging in illegal conduct. This is about whether Trump is covering up potential war crimes. This is about military overreach. This is about lack of accountability. This is about Trump going absolutely ballistic to defend indefensible military actions. So let's break down what happened here. On September 2nd, 2025, there was a military strike on a drug boat, a suspected drug boat in international waters. The boat was supposedly carrying drugs. It was supposedly linked to Venezuelan narco-trafficking routes that are fueling the border drug crisis. So the Trump administration authorized a military strike, and they hit the boat, they struck it. But then something really questionable happened. There was a second strike, a double tap, while survivors were trying to escape, while survivors were clinging to debris, while two men were trying to save themselves. Another missile was fired, another strike happened, and those two men were killed. This is not some minor incident. This is not something we should brush past. This is a potential war crime happening under Trump's watch. Now, there's a huge debate about whether this second strike was legal. There's a huge debate about whether this was a war crime. Representative Mike Turner, who is a Republican from Ohio, he said that if the second strike targeted survivors, that would be extremely serious. That would be an illegal act. Turner is on the House Armed Services Committee. Turner is a Republican. Turner is not some radical liberal. And Turner is saying that this looks illegal. Turner is saying that this looks like a war crime. When you have Republicans saying this, when you have people from Trump's own party raising these concerns, this video is in paid partnership with Kalshi. Before we get deeper into today's Trump topic, I want to show you something that ties directly into it. My partner Kalshi is the largest legal prediction market in the US, and it lets you trade on real-world events. These are real money markets where you're trading against other people, like a stock market for events. Everything on Kalshi is a simple yes or no contract. If a contract is trading at 45 cents, that means the market thinks there's about a 45% chance of that outcome happening. If it resolves yes, it pays out $1 per contract, so entering at 45 cents more than doubles your money if you're correct. Since today's video is about Trump, I literally checked the Trump-related markets on Kalshi before filming just to see what people are trading on right now. You can build a position, scale in and out, and even earn interest on long-term trades before the market resolves. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, has over 1 million users, and has facilitated billions in trades. If you want to try it, Kalshi is giving you $20 when you trade $100. You can go to my partner link, https://kalshi.com/playersunlimited, and use code playersunlimited when you sign up. Thanks to my partner Kalshi, and now back to the video.
CNN found a provision that would limit Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's travel budget until he gives the Armed Services Committees in the House and the Senate the unedited video of the strikes.
Do you think that the video should be released in full to the American public, as President Trump has said he would support?
So I personally don't have any problem with it.
I think it's really important that this video be made public. The American public needs to judge for itself.
All right, let's get off the sidelines and head into the arena. My panel is here. We're also joined by CNN senior White House correspondent Kristen Holmes. So, Kristen, how is the White House explaining what is very clearly a total about-face?
Well, we've reached out, of course, about these remarks that just happened moments ago. We have not heard back on their interpretation of this complete about-face, as you noted. But a couple of things have changed since you first made those comments. One, we know that a bipartisan group of lawmakers has now seen that second.
You know something is seriously wrong. You know that the facts here are damaging. You know that the optics are terrible for the Trump administration. And Trump is freaking out about this. Trump is defending Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Trump is saying that he has great confidence in Hegseth. Trump is saying that Hegseth told him that the second strike didn't happen, but then the evidence started coming out. The evidence started showing that yes, there was a second strike, and Trump started changing his story. Trump started saying that the survivors were trying to right the boat. Trump started saying that the boat was loaded with drugs. Trump started saying that it was justified. Trump started saying that aggressive anti-drug actions are necessary, and Trump is attacking anyone who questions this. He's attacking reporters. He's attacking members of Congress. He's attacking critics on social media. This defensive posture is telling. This is what someone does when they know they're defending something indefensible. And Hegseth is defending himself. Hegseth said that he watched the first strike live. Hegseth said that the military always has the backs of its commanders. Hegseth is basically saying that he's not going to throw military personnel under the bus. Hegseth is saying that the military action was justified, but there's video evidence. There's apparently video showing what happened, and there's bipartisan calls for the video to be released so people can see what actually happened. But Trump is refusing to release the video. Trump is saying that the video doesn't need to be released. Trump is attacking the reporters who are asking for the video. Trump is attacking the people who want transparency, and that's suspicious. That's really suspicious. If the military action was justified, if it was legal, why not release the video? Why not let people see what happened? Why hide it? Why keep it secret? And here's what's wild about Trump's response. Trump went on Air Force One and said he wouldn't have wanted a second strike. Trump said, I wouldn't have wanted that, a second strike. But then he defended Hegseth. Then he said he had great confidence in Hegseth. Then he started attacking critics. Then he started attacking the reporters. Then he started attacking the people demanding video evidence. And he went on Truth Social and unleashed a bunch of posts, hundreds of posts, attacking people, defending Hegseth, attacking the media, defending aggressive anti-drug actions, going absolutely ballistic, freaking out, losing his mind on social media. This is the kind of behavior we see from Trump when he feels like his people are under attack, when he feels like his administration is being questioned, when he feels like someone is challenging his authority. And here's what's important. Republicans are distancing themselves from this. Republicans are hesitant to defend Hegseth. Republicans are worried about the war crime optics. Republicans are worried about how this looks, and that's creating infighting in the GOP. That's creating division within Trump's party. And Trump is going ballistic about this. Trump is attacking his own party members. Trump is attacking Republicans who aren't fully defending Hegseth. Trump is going absolutely crazy on Truth Social. Hundreds of posts, attacking critics, defending the military strike, attacking the media, attacking journalists, attacking reporters, going completely unhinged. When Trump's own party won't defend him, when his own allies are stepping back, that tells you everything you need to know about how bad this situation is. And this is a huge political problem for Trump. This is damaging to his strongman image. Trump is supposed to be tough on crime. Trump is supposed to be tough on drugs. Trump is supposed to have military support. But if it looks like the military is committing war crimes under Trump's administration, that's a problem. That's a huge political problem. That's the kind of thing that could swing votes in 2026. That's the kind of thing that could affect Trump's approval ratings. That's the kind of thing that could hand ammunition to Democrats. Democrats are going to use this. Democrats are going to say that Trump is covering up war crimes. Democrats are going to say that Trump is defending illegal military actions. Democrats are going to use this in the midterms. And voters are going to have to decide whether they think this is acceptable. Alright, so let's really understand what's happening here with this double tap strike and why it's such a controversial issue. Because this touches on some really serious legal and moral questions about the military and about what the Trump administration is willing to do in the name of fighting drugs. Let's start with what a double tap strike actually is. A double tap is when you strike a target and then you immediately strike it again while rescue efforts are underway or while survivors are trying to escape. It's designed to kill not just the initial target, but also the people trying to help. It's a controversial tactic that's been used in various military operations around the world, and it's widely considered to be illegal under international law. It's widely considered to be a potential war crime. When military strategists and international law experts look at the tactics being used, they see practices that violate the Geneva Conventions. They see actions that would be prosecuted in international courts. This is not some gray area. This is not some debatable military decision. This is straightforward illegal conduct. Now, according to the reports on September 2nd, 2025, there was a military strike on a drug boat in international waters. The boat was allegedly connected to Venezuelan narco-trafficking operations. The boat was allegedly carrying large quantities of drugs, So the Trump administration authorized a military strike, and a missile was fired, and the boat was hit, people on the boat died. But then something happened. Survivors started trying to escape. Survivors started clinging to debris. Survivors started trying to save their lives. And then another missile was fired. Another strike happened, and the survivors were killed. It was a double tap strike. Think about that for a moment. 2 different missile strikes, 2 separate military decisions, 2 chances to stop and say no, and both times the decision was made to fire. Both times the decision was made to kill. Now the question is whether this second strike was legal. The question is whether this was authorized. The question is whether this was a war crime. And according to Representative Mike Turner, if the second strike was deliberately targeting survivors, that would be extremely serious. That would be an illegal act. Turner is not some radical left-winger. Turner is a Republican congressman on the House Armed Services Committee, and Turner is saying that this looks illegal. Turner is saying that this needs to be investigated. Turner is a Trump-friendly Republican. Turner is not known for attacking the Trump administration, and Turner felt compelled to speak out. Turner felt compelled to raise the alarm. That tells you how bad this situation is. When you have people from Trump's own party expressing serious concerns about potential war crimes, that's a massive red flag. And here's where it gets interesting. Initially, Trump said he wouldn't have wanted a second strike. Trump said, "I wouldn't have wanted that." Those were his actual words on Air Force One. But then Trump started defending Hegseth. Trump started saying that Hegseth told him the second strike didn't happen, but then the evidence started coming out. The evidence started showing that yes, there was a second strike, and then Trump changed his story. Trump started saying that the survivors were trying to right the boat. Trump started saying that they were loading it with drugs. Trump started saying that it was justified. Trump started defending the military action, but he still refused to release the video. He still refused to let people see what actually happened. So Trump went from saying he wouldn't have wanted this to defending it. Trump went from relying on Hegseth's word to defending the action itself. That's a significant shift. That's a significant change in position. And that's suspicious. That's really suspicious. If the military action was legal, if it was justified, if it was appropriate, why not release the video? Why not let people see exactly what happened? Why not show the evidence that it was justified? The fact that Trump is refusing to release the video suggests that the video shows something that's not good for Trump. The video probably shows something that looks like a war crime. The video probably shows survivors being deliberately targeted. The video probably shows something indefensible. You don't hide evidence unless that evidence is damaging. You don't refuse to release video unless that video shows something you don't want people to see, and Trump is refusing to release it. So draw your own conclusions about what that video shows. And here's what's important about Hegseth's role in this. Hegseth is the defense secretary. Hegseth is supposed to be overseeing the military. Hegseth is supposed to be ensuring that the military follows the law. And according to reports, Hegseth allegedly ordered the second strike. Hegseth allegedly made the decision to launch the second missile. Hegseth allegedly knew that survivors were in the water, and he ordered them to be struck anyway. If that's true, that's extremely serious. That's potentially a violation of international law. That's potentially a war crime. And this is the person that Trump appointed to be the defense secretary. This is the person Trump chose to lead the military. This is the person Trump trusted with one of the most important positions in government. And here's what's interesting about Hegseth's background. Hegseth has been controversial from day one. Hegseth has made questionable decisions. Hegseth has had leaks of classified military plans. Hegseth has shown poor judgment in various situations. And now Hegseth is allegedly involved in ordering what might be a war crime, and Trump is defending him. Trump is saying that he has great confidence in Hegseth. Trump is attacking anyone who questions Hegseth. Trump is going absolutely ballistic to defend Hegseth. Trump is choosing loyalty to Hegseth over accountability. Trump is choosing to protect his defense secretary over investigating potential war crimes. That's the kind of decision that destroys the rule of law. That's the kind of decision that erodes democratic institutions. That's the kind of decision that says loyalty matters more than legality. And this is creating real problems within the Republican Party. Republicans are hesitant to defend Hegseth. Republicans don't want to be on record defending a potential war crime. Republicans don't want to go to bat for Hegseth if he actually ordered illegal military strikes. So Republicans are distancing themselves. Republicans are saying that there should be an investigation. Republicans are calling for transparency, and Trump is attacking Republicans for this. Trump is attacking his own party members for not fully defending Hegseth. Trump is going absolutely crazy on Truth Social because Republicans won't fall in line. Trump is punishing his own party for not being loyal enough. Trump is creating a loyalty test where defending potential war crimes becomes the price of admission to the Trump coalition. And this is revealing something really important about Trump's priorities. Trump's priority is protecting his people, even if they commit potential war crimes. Trump's priority is maintaining loyalty, even if it means defending illegal military actions. Trump's priority is protecting his administration from criticism, even if the criticism is justified. Trump would rather attack the media, attack reporters, attack critics, than have an honest conversation about whether a war crime was committed. Trump would rather go on Truth Social and post hundreds of angry messages than acknowledge that something might have gone wrong in his military. Trump would rather punish Republicans for asking tough questions than investigate potential crimes. This is authoritarian behavior. This is the behavior of someone who views the law as an obstacle to loyalty rather than a framework for justice. And this is going to have real consequences. This is going to affect how people view the military. This is going to affect how people view Trump's judgment. This is going to affect whether people trust Trump to make difficult military decisions. If Trump is willing to defend potential war crimes, if Trump is willing to cover up potential war crimes, then people are going to lose confidence in Trump's military judgment. People are going to worry that Trump is willing to do anything to fight drugs, even if it means committing war crimes. People are going to worry that Trump is going to authorize increasingly extreme military actions. People are going to wonder what other military operations are happening that we don't know about. People are going to wonder what other war crimes might be taking place under Trump's watch. And that's going to fundamentally undermine Trump's credibility on national security issues. Okay, so let's break down what this double tap strike means, what it means for Trump, what it means for the military, and what it means for 2026. First thing, there apparently was a second military strike. According to the evidence, according to the reports, there was a second missile fired at the drug boat while survivors were in the water. Trump initially said he wouldn't have wanted that, but then Trump changed his position. Trump started defending the strike. Trump started saying it was justified. Trump started attacking people who questioned it. So Trump is either lying about what happened, or Trump changed his mind and decided to defend it. Either way, Trump is now defending a potential war crime, and that's a massive problem. Second thing, the video evidence is being withheld. Trump is refusing to release the video. Trump is refusing to let people see what actually happened, and that's suspicious. If the military action was legal, if it was justified, Trump would release the video. Trump would say, look, here's what happened. Look at the evidence. We did nothing wrong. But Trump isn't releasing it. So the video probably shows something bad. The video probably shows something indefensible. The video probably shows survivors being deliberately targeted. That's why Trump is refusing to release it. That's why the administration is keeping it classified. That's why there's this wall of secrecy around what actually happened. Transparency would be a defense of Trump's position. Instead, Trump chose secrecy. Trump chose to hide the evidence. And that tells you everything you need to know. Third thing, this is a potential war crime. Double tap strikes on survivors are widely considered to be illegal under international law. If Hegseth ordered a second strike on survivors, that's potentially a war crime. That's potentially a violation of the Geneva Conventions. That's potentially something that could result in prosecution under international law, and Trump is defending it. Trump is defending what might be a war crime. That's extremely serious. That's the kind of thing that could result in international investigations. That's the kind of thing that could result in war crimes, tribunals. That's the kind of thing that could damage America's standing in the world, and Trump is choosing to defend it rather than investigate it. Fourth thing, Republican Party unity is breaking down. Republicans are hesitant to defend Hegseth. Republicans are hesitant to defend Trump on this issue. Republicans are calling for investigations. Republicans are calling for transparency, and Trump is attacking Republicans for this. Trump is attacking his own party for not falling in line, and that's creating division within the GOP. That's weakening Trump's base of support within his own party. That's showing that even loyal Republicans have limits. When you have Republicans calling for investigations of the Trump administration, when you have Republicans demanding video evidence, when you have Republicans distancing themselves from Trump on this issue, that's a serious crack in Trump's coalition. That's a serious problem for Trump going forward. Fifth thing, this is a credibility issue for Trump. Trump is supposed to be tough on crime and drugs. Trump is supposed to have good judgment. But if Trump is defending potential war crimes in the name of fighting drugs, that's a credibility problem. That's raising questions about Trump's judgment. That's raising questions about how far Trump is willing to go. That's raising questions about whether Trump has any limits. That's creating doubts about whether Trump should be trusted with military decisions. This undermines Trump's entire brand. Trump has always positioned himself as a law and order candidate. Trump has always said that he respects the military. But now Trump is defending potential military war crimes. Now Trump is undermining respect for the law. Now Trump is showing that loyalty matters more than legality in his administration. This is damaging to Trump's image. Sixth thing, this is going to be a major issue in the 2026 midterms. Democrats are going to use this. Democrats are going to say that Trump is covering up war crimes. Democrats are going to say that Trump is defending illegal military actions. Democrats are going to say that Trump's military is out of control. Democrats are going to run ads about this. Democrats are going to talk about this on the campaign trail. And voters are going to have to decide whether they think this is acceptable. This could cost Republican seats. This could flip competitive districts. This could turn voters away from the Republican Party. This could become a central issue in the 2026 campaign. And right now, Trump's handling of it is only making things worse. Seventh thing, This raises questions about military accountability. If the military can commit potential war crimes and Trump will defend them, then there's no accountability, then there's no consequence for illegal military actions. Then military personnel can do whatever they want as long as Trump approves. That's a serious problem for the rule of law. That's a serious problem for military discipline. That's a serious problem for international relations. It signals to military personnel that Trump will have their backs no matter what they do. It signals that loyalty trumps legality. It signals that the Trump administration will defend you even if you commit crimes, and that creates a culture of impunity. 8th, this could result in international consequences. If the United Nations investigates this, if there are calls for international prosecution, that could create problems for Trump and for Hegseth. That could result in travel restrictions. That could result in international legal consequences. That could damage Trump's standing internationally. That could isolate America from its allies. The United States prides itself on being a nation of laws, a nation that respects international law, a nation that holds its military accountable. But if Trump is defending potential war crimes, if Trump is covering up potential illegal military actions, that damages America's standing in the world. That makes it harder for America to criticize other nations for human rights abuses. That undermines America's credibility on the international stage. 9th, this is revealing Trump's character. Trump's response to this situation is revealing something important about how Trump thinks. Trump is willing to defend potential war crimes if it helps his people. Trump is willing to attack critics. Trump is willing to refuse transparency. Trump is willing to go on Truth Social and lose his mind attacking reporters. That's revealing something important about how Trump operates. That's revealing that Trump's priority is protecting his people and defending his decisions, not upholding the law and ensuring accountability. That's revealing that Trump views loyalty as more important than legality. That's revealing that Trump doesn't think the law applies equally to everyone. That's revealing that Trump will do whatever it takes to protect his administration from criticism. 10th, this is going to affect military recruitment and morale. If military personnel see that they can commit potential war crimes and Trump will defend them, that changes the culture of the military. That removes accountability. That could affect recruitment. That could affect morale. That could affect the quality of the military. People who are concerned about the law probably won't want to serve in a military where the president will defend illegal actions. People who believe in following the rules probably won't want to serve under a commander-in-chief who attacks people for demanding accountability. This could damage the military's ability to recruit quality personnel. This could undermine military discipline and effectiveness. 11th, this is going to fuel distrust of Trump's administration. People are going to look at how Trump is handling this and they're going to lose trust. People are going to see Trump refusing to release video evidence. People are going to see Trump attacking reporters. People are going to see Trump defending potential war crimes, and people are going to lose confidence in Trump's judgment. People are going to worry that Trump can't be trusted to do the right thing. People are going to question whether Trump values the rule of law. People are going to wonder what else Trump is hiding. People are going to worry about what other scandals might be lurking in Trump's administration. And that distrust is going to spread beyond this one incident. It's going to affect how people view Trump on other issues. 12th, this is about the rule of law. This is about whether we have a president who will follow the law or whether we have a president who will do anything to protect his people. This is about whether military personnel are above the law. This is about whether the president is above the law. And based on how Trump is handling this situation, based on Trump's refusal to acknowledge potential wrongdoing, based on Trump's willingness to defend potential war crimes, it's clear that Trump doesn't think the law applies equally to his people. It's clear that Trump thinks loyalty matters more than legality. It's clear that Trump views himself and his administration as above accountability. That's a fundamental threat to democracy. That's a fundamental threat to the rule of law. And that should concern every American who believes in equal justice under law. So when you see Trump attacking reporters, when you see Trump defending potential war crimes, when you see Trump refusing to release video evidence, understand what's happening. Understand that Trump is prioritizing loyalty over the law. Understand that Trump is willing to defend indefensible military actions. Understand that Trump is willing to cover up potential war crimes. Understand that Trump doesn't believe that military personnel should be held accountable for illegal actions if those military personnel are loyal to Trump. Make sure you're subscribed because this story is going to get worse. The video is probably going to come out eventually. Video leaks happen. The truth usually comes out. And when the video comes out, when people see what actually happened, there's going to be a huge backlash. There's going to be calls for prosecution. There's going to be international outrage. There's going to be military investigations. And Trump is going to have to answer for defending a potential war crime. This is going to be a major story that affects Trump's presidency. This is going to affect his approval ratings. This is going to affect the 2026 midterms. And we need to be covering this closely because this is about fundamental questions of whether the law applies equally and whether the president is above the law.